Seema Jayaraman is a real prodigy in the field of poetry. Rarely you come across a person who dwells in poetry 24 hours, in spite of her other harsh external world where all of us have to be present anyway. The brilliance of her mind is reflected in her poetry. Her canvas of her poetry is also very large. She covers nature, people, relationships, and whatnot. She is gifted with that natural gift of a poet, which is very rare for a poet. You know, the fluidity of the thought, the flow of expressions, the imagery, the metaphor. Every poem of her is like a book by itself. You know. More you read, more you get the glow of those poems. I'm sure the world is waiting to hear her poetry. I'm so proud to know her in person. My blessings are with her all the time to scale newer and newer heights.
Hi, I'm Jagdish Prakash. I'm a poet. I write poetry in Urdu and English. I have 7 books of poetry in both the languages published so far. I know Seema Jayaraman as a fellow poet. She is a multi-dimensional personality full of versatile creative energy. She is a mother. She is a senior bank executive who spends about 8 to 10 hours a day in demanding profession of banking, traveling to and fro from home to office and back from office to home. But at the same time, she renews herself through blogging, learning Bharatanatyam, and on top of it, writing poetry. She is a wonderful poet. Her poetry is a reflection of deep emotional connect with day-to-day happenings of human life. Even the smallest happenings around her erupts into a poem. I have read many of her poems on Mumbai rains, the sea, the sands, the foliage, the crowds. Many of her poems carry a reflection of her inner journey when she speaks of feelings like ambitions, desires, passions, frustrations, and unfulfilled hopes. Her diction, her symbolism, metaphor is something unique and extraordinary. She brings forth her feelings so lucidly without losing context.
Hello, Seema Jayaraman in India. John Kavanagh here in the UK. I have a little surprise for you. Your book launch, The Wings of Rhapsody, or Wings of Rhapsody, I've come to talk about. I met you, Seema, 2 years ago on a Facebook website for poetry. I remember the first poem I ever read that you'd done was A Father's Grief. It was brilliant. I absolutely loved it. Any father who could get an accolade like that written of him is one of the proudest fathers ever in the world. Wings of Rhapsody. This is the book you're launching tomorrow. And I'm so proud of you that you're going there. And it's a great, great thing for your home city, your hometown, indeed, in Mumbai, that you're going to have this book run all over India. I think this is absolutely fantastic. Seema, you're a poetess to me who writes of mortal life and raises it through your universal spirit. You raise poetry to a platform that some will not understand and some will understand. But one thing everybody will get, those who do and those who don't, one thing we will all get is that little something inside of ourselves that will raise our spirits. What would I say about Wings of Rhapsody that mightn't have been said already? Well, here's what I've written down, Seema. The Wings of Rhapsody is a very inspirational book, filled with spiritual guidance and spiritual healing. I mean this when I say this. This is a book you will return to read for the joy of your spirit being lifted. Seema, good luck with your book launch, and I wish you the best of luck from here in the UK. God bless you, and God bless you in all that you do. See you soon.
My name's Lynn Green, and I've been asked why I enjoy and read Seema's poetry. and recommend it to everyone that I meet. Seema, I've known Seema for a long time and didn't know she had the talent that she has. She asked me to read some drafts that she was writing for her book, Wings of Rhapsody, and I became an addict. Her poetry sends you on a journey. You have a myriad of emotions when you read it. You see colors, you have scenery come to mind. It's definitely a worthwhile read. I encourage you to read her poetry, to buy the book Wings of Rhapsody so that you know what I'm talking about. One of my favorite poems is When Old Friends Meet. I won't read it to you so that you have the joy of reading it for yourself, but I will tell you that in reading it, it brought to mind all the emotions that I have when I think of old childhood friends. I appreciate Seema sharing this with me and giving me the opportunity to say how much her poetry means to me, and I encourage you to read it. Thank you.
Seema's poetry would live on, superseding genre and rhyme. I would have loved to be part of this launch of yours, Seema, but I am there now in spirit, like I told before. And I really wish your book decorates many a library and gives pleasure to many readers and, makes your poetry live on for a very, very long time, enriching minds and bringing joy to the reader. All the very best. Love you.
Hi Chapata, congratulations on the release of your book. I can't believe how far you've gone with your poetry. It's amazing how you can juggle having a full-time job, taking care of naughty Rajat and Rohit, learn dance, and still find time to write your poetry. One of the things I love about you is that you can look at anything around you and magically create a beautiful poem about it. I remember when we went hiking in Lonavala and there was a frog that ended up in my jacket. You created such a funny poem about us and our adventure. I remember another time we were all sitting outside on the balcony. We were watching the African tulip tree. Later on again, you created such a wonderful poem about how it was being cut down. Another thing I love about your poetry is that you have such advanced vocabulary. Half of your poems I have to go onto Google and search up the meaning. I remember in one of your poems, which I had to read aloud, Parrots, use the word gregarious, and at the time I didn't know how to spell or pronounce it, so I had to go onto the internet and actually search up what it meant. Good job, Chapata. You're an inspiration to me. Now I want to be able to publish my own books and poetry. Now I've been writing my own haiku poems and I've been sending them in for contests and things like that. Great job, Chapata. You can do anything you put your mind to. Bye.
Good morning, bards and bardesses. This is your fellow bard, Maxwell. And today I want to speak about Seema Jay. Seema Jay is a hell of a poet. Sorry for speaking so frankly. What I like about Seema's poetry it's very mixed. It's very nuanced. She uses vocabulary very well. It's full of imagery, and of course she's got a wonderful rhyming scheme. Now, rhyme isn't always a necessity, as we all know, but Seema's poetry I generally enjoy, and particularly because she enjoys a good challenge. Her latest works really are wonderful, and I wish anybody to follow her who's not following her now, because I think they will appreciate her very quickly and be a constant fan like I am. And I wish you all a great day and enjoy your conference, and here's to the Rhapsody and Seema Jay. Peace.